Hello, my name is Simon Ernest. I come from Bear City. I'm of 21 years old. I was born on 15 February 1995. By family background, I'm the last born in the family of 3 kids, one brother and one sister. I am the last born, being born on 15 February 1995. I have seen and experienced a lot of stuff, but I would like to talk of currently what I'm doing. I'm a high school sophomore student in my last year, graduating in 20th of May 2016. I am currently taking physics, chemistry, biology, and math, and as well as general studies as a subject, really talking about civics and all that stuff, all the government stuff. Also, about me, which I want to explain on my profile, is that by tribal language family background, I am Nyamwezi by tribe by the father and Nyakyusa by the mother. In our country, Tanzania, we tend to be distinguished by tribes which we come from our parents. So by the father patrilineal society, I am Nyamwezi. Being born in a family of diverse culture, I have experienced a lot of cultural values, learned different stuff, different ways of living, starting with how you're being taught to be a person coming from a person from Nyamwezi tribe, and how to be taught to be humble from a tribe like Nyakyusa. I started everything learning and realizing the customs. That's what has brought me and built me to be the person that I am today. In my educational background, I started my primary school education in January 2001, starting as a nursery in a preschool. Taking there, it was really nice, learning, starting a new life, trying to learn as a student, bringing education and knowledge into my life. By 2002, I officially began my primary school education, starting at grade 1 up to grade 7, according to our school, our national's curriculum system of education. I finished my primary education in 2009. Then after finishing there, I went on to a public school. It was a simple public school, but a diverse, with a lot of people, with a lot of challenges. By 2010, I started there learning at a public school known as Samora Machel Secondary School. It was a government school owned by the government, and also a historical school when it comes to the history of Africa, of the president of Mozambique. So when I was there, I was learning a lot of stuff. First of all, the first thing that I learned is how to be a leader in a community filled with people from different places, with different views and different minds. So the first thing when I arrived there, I was elected as a leader, becoming an academic leader for 3 long years. The first thing that taught me during my leadership within my secondary school is that when you're trying to be a leader, you should be first a person who blends within the people so you can become a leader. You need first to understand what the people need so you can try to find a way to bring forth solution to their needs. So throughout my 3 years as an academic leader in a secondary school, I learned a lot of stuff. I did a lot of stuff on my part, and those stuff also, in so doing, I learned something of myself. I realized that I'm a person who can go further as long as I put my effort into doing something. So within the leadership stuff, and I also come to the studies, I took about 9 subjects on my secondary education, pursuing my level. It was starting with physics, chemistry, biology, Kiswahili as our native language in Tanzania, English as well. Also there was history, geography, and civics as well. So almost a few studies which were bringing forth a lot of challenges. There was history, you learn about history, where we came from. There was English, we started learning another language. There was geography, learning all about mountains and valleys and plateaus and all that stuff. There was also physics, bringing out something like science. Hey, what's this, what's that? There was biology, bringing forth about study of life, and chemistry, composition and decomposition of matter and all those stuff. So I was eager to learn more and more. So I said, through pursuing those studies, science subject, they very much infatuated me. They brought something, they give birth to something into my life. I said, okay, I want to learn these subjects. First of all, my inspiration was on my teacher, my biology teacher. She was like a teacher to me and a very inspirational and a role model, Daisy Monkina. She told me, like, first of all, in grasping your dreams, first of all, you have to make a choice in what you want to do. So she told us one day, what do you want to be? Let me tell you some stuff which you can do and be great. And in a person's, with the humanity of a person, everybody wants to be great. So I sat down and I thought, okay, let me sit down. What should I be in the future? I want to be a doctor. So I sat down, then I asked my teacher, what steps should I take in becoming a doctor? The first thing she told me said, love biology. I said, love biology? Yeah, biology is not that hard. So, okay, I will love biology. So I took on biology. She told me other science subjects like math, it's very important, physics, chemistry, biology. So my very big concentration during my studies, during my first days, within my 4 years at Samora Machel Secondary School, I did concentrate much on science subject. Because in our country, some students tend to take art subjects like history, geography, Kiswahili, and language as their subject, later becoming something else. So my primary focus was on physics, chemistry, biology, math, and English as an international language which can connect me to so many stuff. So I did that, and by 2013, November 2013, I graduated from Samora Machel Secondary School. And my results came out getting very good grades, getting a division 2.9. It was a little bit disappointing. I may have done something, but I got a good grades according to the education in our system. Then after that, by 2014, I was selected to go to another public school where I was going to be attaining my advanced level of education as a high school student. By 2014, July 2014, I went to a school known as Ifunda Technical Secondary School. It's a school where you learn a lot of stuff. It's a technical school filled with science subjects and all that stuff. So when I was there, I was choosing to take physics, chemistry, biology, and GS. Within the long run of me seeing the steps of me becoming a doctor within our country, because you have to undertake science subject to become a doctor, and by profession, I would like to be like a radiologist. I sat down and said, okay, fine, let me start. Now the long walk to becoming a doctor began there. So I started studying, putting effort into that stuff. But within my stay, within my duration of a student, a high school student at Ifunda Technical Secondary School, I did not only sit down as a student, but I sat down as a person who can bring change to the society. So within my stay at Ifunda Technical Secondary School, I engaged myself in a lot of youth campaigns and clubs which could bring forth changes to other students, because I believed I always wanted to help somebody who thought they couldn't do something. I wanted to reach out to them. So what I did is that I engaged myself in club, but our first talk of this club is called ITSS, I and Technology Seeking the Inner Self. It's one club that has motivated me, not only motivated me, but taught me something, taught me who I should be in the future, taught me on to grasping something which I want to do, taught me on to hold on to something that is really valuable in my life. So within ITSS, I and Technology Seeking an Inner Self, a club of students who sat down, thought that they should do something to help. I and Technology Seeking the Inner Self, on my part, during my long run in realizing and sitting with the members of the club, it not only became a club, but it is an organization with dreams of reaching out to many people, not only a few that we sat down one day realizing that we want to have something, but right now it became a big organization which want to reach out to many people. And as you can see, the motto of the club is like seeking the inner self, trying to help a person to realize their inner self, the talents, the things which are hidden, which is really very, very big in our country, because most of the students tend to have potentials to do something big, but they don't have a helping hand to realize what they can do, to realize of the potential what they have in their lives. So through ITSS, as a big organization that reaches out to students, boys and girls, regardless of the age, it taught me something. It taught me to stand, as I'm sitting right now, telling me, Simon, you can do something big. Not only you can become something, but you can do something better in changing the society, because there is a saying that says, change begins with me. So I have to change myself for the world to change also. Through ITSS, I have learned on how to be a leader in a society, on how to help the people in solving their problems, on how to sit down with friends and create creative ideas that will bring forth development for myself and the society at large. For a country like Tanzania, we need people with potentials, and ITSS is molding people to have the potentials to bring a change into the society. Well, I've been sitting and talking about ITSS. I've not only been there, but I've been with members who are very active with inquisitive and curious mind which only want to do something big for the society. And still, because my long line in Atifunda Technical Secondary School is coming to an end as I am graduating in May, but this organization will still work with me even after my leave at Ifunda, because we'll be cooperating with others to try to bring a change to every place that we go. I may say a little bit about myself. I, as Simon Ernest, a youth of 21 years old with big dreams and burning desires of becoming someone big in a big place somewhere else, I sit down and realizing that I have something that I need to contribute. First things about me is that I am a dreamer. I like to dream a lot. But I'm a dreamer who wants to put his dreams into actions. I am a dreamer who wants to put the dreams that he has somewhere they can be seen by people and say, okay, Simon, they were dreams, but now they are reality. So that's the thing about me. The other thing about me that I want to say, as I want to be it open, is that I have not only becoming something, but also doing something to somebody else. First of all, the thing that I've always been dreaming is like having an organization. I already have even a name of it, like African Philanthropist Foundation. In our country, there are so many people, as you know, it's a developing country. There are so many people lacking so many stuff. So many people wanting help, but not one is extending. So I want to be a person who extends to other people, because the society and those people around me, my teachers, my friends, my parents, my relatives, and all have done something to make me to who I am today. So as I grasp onto my dreams into reality, I want to bring forth, I want to bring back to the society. Simon as a simple person, let me come back to Simon as just a simple person who, it's just a person, like a boy who was what and what. I like, the first thing that I want to say is that I like learning languages. It's always been a passion of mine. From a young age, I remember the first time I started learning was when I took this English medium school. They were teaching us some stuff. You can learn this, you can learn that. Then I said, okay, fine. What should I do? What these languages they are? So I started learning on French. The first word was taught by me was with my brother. He was in high school at that time. He told me the first word in French saying, merci, meaning thank you. Then I said, okay, this language is kind of nice. I started learning French. I started learning it. It was really inspiring, teaching me a lot of stuff. And so I want to do something like this. So that later on, that also came as my passion and hobby. I want to do something. Because I realized when I was reading, I came into a saying that learning a language helps you to connect with people of another culture. So as a person who I want to reach out to people, I think of a way first is learning their culture. And learning their culture starts with learning their language. As I learn like French, I get to realize that, okay, the French people have to say this. Like they have a tradition. The French people have a tradition like when you meet a people that are very close to you, you just can't greet them with a single greeting. It's respectful for you to greet them, each and every one of them, one by one. So I learned that through learning this stuff, I can reach out to people, learning their culture and learning their life. Simon also, as a young man, with stuff which I need to do, I realized also about a thing called this thing about sitting down and writing stuff which can really bring forth a change. Because in our society, people try to bring forth messages in different ways. Some saying, some do this, some do that. I sat down and thought of writing something, like a book that is an inspirational book. Because I sat down one day, I read this book. It's really nice, that has been helpful in my life. It says, Exams Made Easy. Exams Made Easy opened my mind as a student, what I should do in the long run of me being a student. What should I do in order to make my exams easy? Because every student in our country, in any country, all over the world, especially, they are scared of exams. When it comes to exams, there is pressure, there is panicking, there is all that stuff. So I realized one day, through that author who wrote down Exams Made Easy, for a student like me, like, I can change something. I should be an ideal student. How should I be an ideal student? It's by doing 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I realized that through my learning, through my understanding all this time, I also want to sit down and write an inspirational stuff to other people so I can bring forth a change, because it's not only like I'll be helping them, but I'll also be bringing something for the future to be preserved. Another thing, as Simon Ernest, I'll talk about the stuff that I want to say, like, I love singing. I shouldn't lie about that. It's one simple thing about myself. Simon and singing is like something that I want to do. Sometimes it starts by singing when you're sad, singing in the shower. It does happen sometimes. You sing in the shower and you feel, oh, I sang a song in the shower, like that. But I also realized, like, through singing, you bring forth a message. Through my school stay at Ifunda Technical Secondary School, I met with friends who I sat down and sang some songs and realized, okay, it's a really good thing you can also do. But not only singing, but there is this thing called dancing. It's really amazing. It brings out the best. It's kind of something that you do. Some people do yoga, but for other people to release their stress, they do dancing. So that's a little bit about Simon in being the hobbies and the things that he wants to do. As right now I'm sitting, it's like on 20-something of April 2016, talking about myself onto the world and setting forth that I am Simon, the big dreamer, trying to pursue my dreams. Right now I'm sitting down, applying to universities, trying to become a student, a doctor at a certain place. I'm looking forward to realizing that no matter what the obstacles that are going to come against me, I'm still going to persevere, because I've learned the one ways of success. First of all is having self-confidence in yourself, that you can do anything, no matter what. And the other thing is not procrastinating. When I talk of procrastination, like not giving up or not postponing something for others. When you plan to do something and you feel it's the right time, you have to do it by that time, because you may not know what tomorrow will bring you. You may not know what tomorrow will bring forth, and that will be some kind of hindrance. So I want to do what I want to do right now, no procrastination. Now the last thing is perseverance. In a world, there are so many obstacles. There are so many challenges facing us. But as a person, you need to persevere through any circumstances. I have persevered a lot, starting from my primary education, right now becoming a high school sophomore, finishing in May 2016. It is something that I've been through. I have gone through a lot of stuff, but I haven't given up. I have still persevering, and I'm still persevering. Looking forward to bringing forth a change into my society. Looking forward into having a positive mind that I can do something, not only for my life, but to the people who are around me, to the people that are suffering, to the people that need a helping hand into doing something good. While within my school, I've not only been sitting alone, having this kind of mind, I've had a teacher and into counseling. He's been guiding me and helping me in so many stuff. So I would like for my teacher to say something into this, because he's been a role model, inspiring me as a high school sophomore, telling me, Simon, after you get out from high school, there's a big world out there, but there is something for you to do. There is never nothing a person cannot do, but there is always something a person he can do. So I'd like to welcome my teacher and into counseling. He's been helping me a lot, a helping hand, pushing me hard, doing to something. Even sitting here today, it's been of help, very big help to him and all the teachers around me. So I'd like to welcome you, sir. Please.
Hello. Thank you very much. My name is Mahonge. I am a counselor, plus I teach computer and English. All right. I want to say something about this world. You know, people are growing now. They grow in mind. They need to understand something more. They need to learn. They need to get something from people who care for them. So by that time, I never even think about it, because I had people around me who treat me, and they did something, but I never realized something. But after I finished my university study in psychology, I thought about it, and then after I start working here, Ifunda Technical Secondary School, I realized like I need to do something for students. They need to have someone for them. They need to have some support. They don't need to have people who can be there and just talk without do anything. So by time, I thought like I need to create something to help students to do something more. So I came up with a real idea, and I shared with them, with students, few of them of course, and then we came up with something. That is where the ITSIS was born. And from that time, we become not only people to say, but people to support. We support villagers and we support people around everywhere, especially in our school, to make them understand, to come up together, to have some common idea, to help in each other, in every subject, in every matter in school, and to make them to be our future leaders. So I started by doing that, and we created that purposely to do that more and more and more again. Because in Tanzania, we have a lot of ideologies that these youngs, they cannot do something that they can just appreciate themselves by doing that thing, because they are not sure of what they will become. But if you support them, you give them support fully, you help them to understand their values, they will do better. So in this real time, we try to make it happen, and we are sure we can do that in ITSIS. I like everyone in Tanzania, include the worldwide, but I need to help them. How should I help everybody? I cannot do that, so I need support. And from that support, I need to have a real group, a sample group, or the people that are ready to do something. So I created that thing, and then I gather them together to have something to talk about, something to learn, so that they can become who they want to become. So thank you very much, and I hope you will help, even for a real thing, to make them go on and appreciate their thing that they already in their heart. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gaswell. He's been my teacher, and he's always going to be a teacher, because, you know, there is a saying that a student can never become wiser than the teacher, and he's a teacher, and I'm never going to be wise like him. As you can see, the words just spoken, telling us that in Tanzania there's a lot of need, but he's trying to bring a helping hand to people, so we can not only be people, but support to others. Thank you very much. This is Simon Ernest, and this is my teacher, sitting down and talking. We're trying to bring a change, not only to our society, but to the world at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you.